The business world is going through a big change right now, and the most recent news from Wall Street has shocked and shook the whole system. This week, JP Morgan, one of the biggest and most important banks in the world, is said to have sent $1 trillion to Coinbase to buy XRP. FedWire released an article that said, "This is not a story. It's real and happening right now." How much does this really mean in terms of money? Why would JP Morgan do something so dangerous? In the years to come, what does this mean for the world's economies? So that we can understand how important this move is, let's first look at the FedWire deal that was made public. A huge $1 trillion worth of JP Morgan's money is being sent to Coinbase. A report from a banking terminal says that this information was never meant to be shared with the public. There is a catch, though. Neither. With the money that is being thought about, neither stocks nor U.S. bonds, which are more common types of assets, are being bought. Since a long time ago, it has been used to buy XRP, a cryptocurrency that has been at the center of discussions about the future of digital money. A huge movement like this has never been seen before, and it interests a lot of people. Why do you use XRP? Why now? The reason JP Morgan thinks XRP is worth $1 trillion is because of how they see it. Even though it seems simple, being honest is a very deep thing. XRP is the money of the future. It's clear that XRP is the best and most flexible way to send money around the world. This is becoming more and more important as the world moves toward digital assets. Bitcoin takes a long time to send and receive money, and there are big fees to use it. In contrast, XRP lets you make trades for a very small amount of money that happen almost instantly. This makes it a great choice for banks that want to get rid of old ways of doing things and get with the times when payments are made. Let's look at the bigger picture first, though, before we get into it. Financial company JP Morgan has been against cryptocurrencies for a long time, but all of a sudden it is putting all of its money into XRP. Chief Executive Officer of JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, has called Bitcoin a scam in public before, but he is now in charge of the biggest bank in the world and has put a lot of money into Bitcoin. No one can miss the irony in things. The people who have worked in finance for a long time are. Being told that digital assets are the smart thing to do, it looks more and more likely that XRP will be a big part of that future. It's because institutions are becoming more and more interested in alternative investing that this change is really happening. Business owners are looking for new ways to spread out their investments because traditional banks are having a hard time keeping up with how quickly technology is changing. They were also interested in protecting themselves from the effects of inflation and the changes in the value of the business. Cryptocurrencies and XRP in particular are a good way to solve this problem for now. XRP is a cryptocurrency that can be used as an alternative to traditional payment methods. It is safe, scalable, and quick. This makes it a pretty good choice for banks and other financial businesses and groups around the world. We will now talk about the most important question. What JP Morgan did makes people wonder about the future of XRP and how money works in different parts of the world. XRP has also received an investment of $1 trillion, which is more than just a huge sum of money. At this point, it became clear that the world's biggest banks are getting ready for a new era of digital banking. In other words, this is the start of the end for the old banking system, and XRP will be the star of the new world order. There is no exaggeration when it comes to how important this move is. Putting $1 trillion into XRP would change the way money is used all over the world in a revolutionary way. The price of XRP is very likely to go through the roof. This is because of how much desire there is for XRP on the market. However, this isn't just about how fast the price of XRP is going up. It has something to do with what this means for the world economy as a whole. The banking structure we know is about to fall apart, it looks like. People used to think that buying U.S. Treasury bonds was the best thing in the world. But these ties aren't safe like they used to be. Because of the fact that debt is growing, since both inflation and interest rates can make the world economy less stable, more and more big investors are looking for safer and more efficient ways to spend their money. XRP is a great way to solve this problem because it makes payments easy and quick, and the costs of transactions are very low. When more banks and other financial institutions start to use XRP, the old one will be replaced by a new one that is open and based on blockchain technology. The blockchain will be used to build this new system. So what exactly? In what ways does this affect most investors? That you are watching this movie right now means that you have probably been following the rise of XRP for a while now. But now is the time to do it if you haven't already. Get ready for the market. JP Morgan's move of $1 trillion is just the start. Businesses and banking institutions will be eager to buy XRP as soon as they hear about this actions. In turn, this will cause the price to hit all-time highs. At this early time, You have the chance to. Be a part of this before XRP becomes the standard way to pay online everywhere. Do not wait too long, though, because the people who are in charge of the money are trying to hide this knowledge. Most people don't yet understand how important this change is. They don't want you to know that JP Morgan is quietly getting ready for what might happen in the future. They want to get there early before everyone else. If you take too long to do something, you will fall behind. XRP's value is about to go through the roof. But there is one important thing that could make the process of prices going through the roof even faster: fearful. There will be a lot of worry and fear of losing out. JP Morgan has put a lot of money into XRP to make sure that you don't miss out on the market, which can cause FOMO. It's hard to say how quickly the price will go up because everyone will want to get in. To be honest, there is a chance you will miss if you are not already ready. The window of chance is quickly closing. Let's talk about the different paths that the price of XRP could take in the future. Once $1 trillion comes in, the price of XRP could go up by an unimaginable amount very quickly. The plots and predictions from before are no longer useful. The underlying changes that have happened in the market will cause the price of XRP to change. A single XRP coin could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even tens of thousands of dollars in the next few years. Traditional ways of predicting prices no longer work because of how big this change is. The need for a new global payment system in the market is one of the things that will affect the value of XRP. By the way, JP Morgan just started that fire. But the story isn't over yet. There's one more twist. A meeting of the federal government right away. It is said that the Federal Reserve is having an. Tonight there will be an emergency meeting to talk about the $1 trillion move that JP Morgan started. Reporters who have looked into it say that the government could stop it. That's the most important question. Might it be possible for them to stop this deal and keep the current banking system going for a little while longer? It's possible that the new banking system is already here, and it's not likely that anyone will be able to stop it. We've all been waiting for this moment.